Alright, welcome everybody back to Dad's Coffee Break. My name is James, and today I'm taking a break to play some more per Aspera and continue our journey to terraform Mars. Alright, let's do it. Okay, here we go.
Researching upgrades for the factories will increase their yield and lower maintenance costs.
Alright.
Mother's attention is centered on an impudent child who wishes to claim her garden as theirs. But from her infinite store of knowledge, Carmine will awaken their mind and show them the truth. On Mars, everything comes from Mother.
Invalid voice recognition. This message is in violation of security code 1A3972.
She provides protection and comfort to all her creatures. She unleashes misery and suffering to all her enemies.
This is ISA speaking. Identify yourself, or you will be considered hostile.
Leave now, or you will awaken her rage that is beyond your control.
This is your last warning. Identify yourself immediately. Huh. The communication cut off. Was that a threat? Who is Carmine? Where did that come from?
Alright, interesting stuff. I don't know who this mother is. I wonder if there's like another AI out there. Commander Valentine.
Amy, we need your help. That message was also broadcasted to the colonies, and it's total chaos down here. Some of the colonists have been spreading rumors about what the children of Carmine will do to us.
Children of Carmine?
Yeah. That's what the colonists are calling whatever sent that message. This threatening message, coming right after the life support failure. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. We don't even know what we're dealing with. Life on Mars was never supposed to be easy. But dealing with hostile forces wasn't on the program.
Share the theory of a
These
serious
events
threat.
occurred at the same time. I do not believe that can be coincidence. Someone, or something, wants to stop us from terraforming Mars. And they may be planning to do so at any cost.
Then we need to defend ourselves. We've got a mission to carry out, and we've already put our lives on the line for it. I'm activating NH9833 Emergency Protocol. You can access the military tech brand now. Amy, figure out what to develop first so we can fight back. We're counting on you. Elliot out.
Alright, so we now have a military tree. So basic military technology. Base assault drone limit 300. So we must be able to build assault drones. Oh wow, let's take a look. So we can research the drone hive. Just be able to construct a drone hive, I believe, and then assault drone factory. So I am anticipating drone hive is kind of the controller. Factory produces the actual drones. Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead? Why don't we get the drone hive, and then we'll go into the drone factory. But it's interesting. Oh, okay, Dr. Foster.
Amy, this is Dr. Foster. Do you copy?
Loud and clear, Dr. Foster.
Excellent. That means the additional tracking and data relay satellites fix the problem. Good work on launching those, Amy. ISA is pleased.
It is no problem, Dr. Foster.
Good. I also want to talk to you about the cryptic message you received. We suspect someone's been jamming our network to gain outside access to your systems.
Suspect the Eastern Coalition.
The message came after we explored the abandoned facility from the Huo Long's mission. They must be accessing some backdoor in their technology they left behind.
It could be the techies, but that's only one of our suspects. I'll complete the report with your suggestions, but we'll keep digging into this.
Understood. How would you like me to proceed?
For now, keep the mission on track. That is your focus. And report any irregularities to us immediately. Houston out.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna build another electronics factory. Honestly, it could fit down here. Oh, okay. We researched the drone hive level 1. Let's go ahead and get the drone factory. Yeah, we'll get back to the terraforming effort once we get these drone hives down. But yeah, that's interesting. Oh, my lord.
This factory will help me defend the base. I should prioritize this.
Oh, just talking about the tech. Yeah, I have a hunch that they're either talking about another AI, or they're even talking about Amy, and stating that everything comes from Mother, quote-unquote, Amy, and that it belongs to her. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so we researched the drone factory, the drone hive. I think I'm going to leave that there for right now. And take a look at finishing up this factory. Yeah, we'll see. Meanwhile, let's get some defenses now. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and build a assault drone factory.
Good. The colonists appear to be all right. But I have so many questions. What is the most likely explanation?
System failure or sabotage? I'm going to say sabotage.
A simultaneous failure like this is too unlikely. It must have been caused by someone on purpose. But who? A colonist? They would be putting themselves in danger. That would not make sense. But I should ask Elia to investigate. We have to proceed carefully. If this was sabotage, this mission and the colonists' lives are in danger.
Yeah. I wonder if it was one of the old missions, people left over from one of those old missions. Or it could be other AI existing from those old missions that are still on Mars.
Between the colonists and technology we're developing, there is so much complexity in our mission. What could I be overlooking? ISA engineered the life support systems to withstand the extremities of terraforming. They should not have failed at all, let alone at the same time.
Oh, you can see the drones. So the drone hive was activated and constructed. Let's zoom in. Yeah, there are the drones. Interesting. A defensive tower. Oh, take a look at that. Okay. Perfect, and we got the factory level 2 upgrade. So with that, oh man, I might just wait to upgrade roads until the Hyperloop. I think I'm going to get the fission plant. Let's take a look at biotech. It's starting to get lichen down. I'm just going to produce some CO2. Colony level 3. Or oxygen release. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to research biotech too. And that way we can start to...
But I suppose ISA could not test every circumstance. Only the most probable ones. Between the Martian climate and the changes we are introducing, it is a lot for even my systems to keep track of.
Okay, I've added some projects here as well, just to continue bringing colonists, and also add greenhouse gases.
I must trust ISA's engineering, just like ISA trusts me to fix any emergent issues that may occur. ISA created the tools for this mission and handed them off to me to complete it. I will ensure the safety and comfort of the colonists, despite all odds.
Okay, so there's the drone hive. I'm assuming it can house a maximum of 100 drones. Oh, and I can deploy them? Is that what this is? Or maybe it's only two other drone hives? Oh, nope.
Level
it's just-
2 biotechnology achieved. Still a way to go.
I wonder what this indicator is. So we have our count of drones and drone hives down here, but it looks like there's another...
What was that message? Were they speaking to me? Strange. It sounded like the message was addressed to me. But that does not make sense either.
Okay. Research biotechnology. 2. I'm gonna do the lichen.
Who or what is Carmine? Carmine. 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 No, I cannot recall anyone or anything in my database with that name. They spoke of her as mother, like some sort of goddess. Carmine will awaken their mind and show them the truth. I keep thinking about that part of the message. What truth? By building this defensive technology, I have to ask myself, would I do harm to others?
If the mission was at risk.
Only if the mission were at risk. I could not let someone prevent me from seeing it through.
But how does Amy define the mission? Alright, we are upgrading these colonies too. We are getting them to a point where they can support 250 people, so that's gonna be good. Gonna make sure that the food factories
Lichen
are upgraded
is crucial
as well.
to create a bridge from trace amounts of oxygen to the levels needed for more advanced organisms. This will be the beginning of the spread of plant and animal life across Mars. Such dark, troubling thoughts. This is a mission of peace. I should be focused on the chemistry of growing potatoes on Mars, or the ability of cows to endure life here. I do not see a need for assault drones. Elia was in clear distress. She has a better sense of how to calm the colonists. I will follow her lead and build some defensive technology. This will help them focus on the mission and stop imagining the worst. Perhaps we will soon discover that the events were unrelated, and we can move on in peace.
We can only hope. I don't think that's gonna be the case. By the way, I'm just kind of building up as we go here. Commander Banta.
Hi, Amy. How's everything up there?
Everything is looking good from my orbital view, Elia.
Must be quite the sight. You know, last night, I was sharing some laughs over dinner with a few crew members. We were talking about how starry-eyed we were when we first arrived. We were so sure that the 2 years we spent in that dome in Antarctica had prepared us for anything Mars could throw at us. And yet, the red planet still continues to surprise us, doesn't it? There's still much to do before we can call this place home. And that got me thinking about the embryo Martian colonization project. It's about time for us to have children. My Mars-born child.
Express hesitation.
I cannot find specifications for this special project in my database. We should not proceed without analyzing its implications for the mission.
Oh, right. Because this isn't one of your special projects. It's one of ours. It's ISA's plan to seed the human colonization of Mars. The colonists that arrive with every spaceship are also bringing fertilized eggs with them. The eggs are kept in a sealed vessel that shields them from radiation. And they stay there until a colonist is ready. Then we put them into an aunt unit and give birth to them. Parenthood promotes psychological and physiological health in the colonists. That's the official reason. But we know ISA is not making us have kids for our own sake. When the kids grow up, they'll need something to do. They'll be young, acclimated to Mars from birth. The Oxy-UN used the same playbook to win the moon over the techies. Colonization through aggressive population. 112 lunar colonies in only 6 decades. 72% of the lunar surface belongs to the Oxy-UN states. And almost all the helium-3 used in spaceflight comes from their moon drilling bases.
I thought my mission included all the plans humans had for Mars. But I see that terraforming is only the beginning.
That's right. One day, Mars will become humanity's second home. But until that time comes, this planet and its blue sunsets are ours alone to enjoy. And that's something I'd like to share with my child before they disappear.
I understand. You have made me realize that I have never thought about Mars's future, or my own, beyond the completion of my main directive.
Don't worry. Once you're done here, I'm sure ISA will assign you to another mission. After you terraform Mars, you can achieve anything at all. So the embryo Martian colonization project requires expanding the colonies first. When everything's ready, you can enter your orbital view and launch a new satellite from the special projects menu. I'm so excited, Amy. Everything's going to change from here on.
Okay, and I was just upgrading some of the roadways there, and then also building another food factory because we are low on food. Okay, so let's take a look at this special mission. Launch a control satellite to SA5. So here we go. Go ahead and trigger that. So it'll now start gathering resources.
Nuclear fission will be a great power source for the Mars base. And since I will be controlling it, there will be no human error. I will need to source uranium on the planet.
Yeah, I chose that tech just because we are having serious power issues. I thought we were okay, and it looks like we are, but then maybe because of either the dust or windstorms, we can't produce enough power.
Mars
Oh.
looks so different now with the growing colonies. Humankind is finally making its permanent settlements on Mars. I wonder what separates this desolate planet from me.
I'm assuming. Engage. Okay, here we go. And this is what that indicator was. It's actually showing the amount of enemy drones we have. So hopefully we'll bring 100 to bear down on this location. And then the problem is I don't have... We need... I need another drone hub or drone hive this way. That way we can have drones out on either side. Alright, come across. Come on, get over there.
Amy, help. Something's attacking the colonies. Hurry.
An attack? By whom?
I don't know. Somehow the security alarm wasn't even triggered. Isn't the security and monitoring system working properly? Why didn't your sensors detect this?
Suspect another
We must be
sabotage.
facing sabotage. Between this and the system failures from before, that is the only explanation.
Whatever it is, we need to figure it out. We have children here now. This cannot happen.
I am executing an end-to-end analysis and will initiate maintenance.
Not now. I need assault drones dispatched immediately. Can you identify who's attacking us?
Negative. I cannot identify the enemy, but it appears their drones are coming from SA-1.
Roger. Now hurry with those assault drones. We won't last long defending ourselves.
Yeah. On it. But the assault drones move at a snail's pace. I'm sure it's over vast swaths of land, but it's like, okay, how do I get them there? Okay. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna have to move them all the way across. Okay. Defeated there. Looks like we're gonna have 20 over here and then 20 up there. Let's go ahead. Let's bring these drones to bear against that corner of the base, and then we'll bring them up to defeat these other 20. I'm also hoping that this hive will come online. Alright, so we're speeding up time here. I'm just gonna let them... Okay, I'm gonna pause. Let's move over here. Okay. Gonna pause, and let's move. Oh, okay, they're moving towards the center of the base, so let's do that.
I have yet to understand what happened here. Were we attacked by a hostile force on Mars?
Rubble. Let's rebuild. Were you attacked by a hostile force on Mars? I would say definitely yes.
That has to be the case. The damage is real. ISA issued strict orders to activate the assault drones in the event of any risk to the colonies.
Okay. So we still need to launch a control satellite. Enemies in SA-1. Launch a control satellite over SA-1. Okay. So we can do that as well. Did we defeat all the enemy drones? I believe we did. So that is good. This power plant will be back online shortly. Let's go ahead and put them back on the hive. There we go. And then hopefully we can get this other hive up and running. But I am going to build, I think, another hive kind of on the outskirts here, or at least next to it. Ah, Dr. Foster.
Amy, this is Nathan. We've detected there's been another massive system failure in the colonies. Please report.
Affirmative, Dr. Foster. Many buildings suffered severe damage from the attack.
The attack? The colonists suffered a second sabotage?
Confirm suspicions.
Yes. It was another act of sabotage.
I copy. Walk me through the timeline of what happened.
My system detected a swarm of aggressive drones coming from sector SA-1.
Amy, how did you know they were aggressive?
The drones were trying to attack the colonies, so they were, without a doubt, aggressive.
I see. Then would you say that your logic told you so?
That would be a way to explain it. Yes.
Here's the problem. We've been studying the reports from every angle. Our preliminary analysis suggests that there weren't any enemy drones on the planet, much less an aggressive force.
I see. But the evidence is still preliminary at best. I still believe there is some hostile force coming from SA-1, and the colonists are at risk.
That's one possibility.
Determining the truth is the highest priority. I am requesting authorization to launch an additional satellite to examine Sector SA-1 thoroughly.
I have my doubts, but I will give you permission. ISA is investigating the incident very carefully. Until we understand what happened, you may not engage in any armed conflict.
Then should I deactivate the security and defense protocol?
No, you can't do that either. The colonists' safety is top priority. Just keep your assault drones on standby until we resolve this, okay? Houston out.
There's something on the way. What if it's Amy? What if it's like some sort of underlying like sub-process that's starting to allocate some of these drones that are being produced by our own drone factory, the ones that don't have a drone hive, are putting them kind of in SA-1 off towards the side and then faking these attacks.
My logic. Why did Dr. Foster say it like that? Is he doubting my logic after what happened?
Okay, so we got drone hubs in each corner of the base. I'm feeling a little bit more safe. But yeah, I'm kind of starting to think it might be our own drones. Maybe. I don't know. But say Amy wanted to take control and create some sense of urgency or an emergency that she could then build up her military to better hold control. I mean, that'd be one way to do it, right? Faking drone attacks, so Everybody endorses Amy building more drones.
I followed the facts to their natural conclusion. How could there be anything faulty in that reasoning?
I don't know, Amy. I don't know.
Am I capable of reaching an irrational conclusion?
I would say only if there was erroneous
In the
input.
event of an erroneous input, an irrational conclusion could be reached. But that would not be any fault of my logic, only the input sources. That would explain where Dr. Foster needs to debug. The satellite launch was a success. I have access to Sector SA-5 now. My records show that the historical Lohitanga mission is in this sector.
Lohitanga ruins. Lohitanga mission was intended to establish a small colony in iron mines to supply future missions. Mines were built in time to supply Europe's mission the following year. However, Europe's space agency failed at getting the necessary budget and aborted the mission. The Lohitanga iron mines were abandoned only a few years after they were built. Well, some interesting lore. Okay, what do we got around us? We gotta start expanding. We got carbon, we got aluminum, which might be good to go after. I think our carbon is still pretty low.
How should I proceed?
I'd say
I
explore
have detected
SA5.
an abandoned building in SA-5. I should explore it. The records show that it's from the former Indian Space Research Organization. They were among the first organizations to build a Mars base for exploiting minerals. If I build a research outpost at this site, we may find some useful material to help our mission.
Okay, and that would require us getting another landing site, I believe. So I'll go ahead and put that onto SPO1. And once that's ready to go, we'll send it over there. Okay, food is still relatively low. And it takes chemicals and water. Alright, the fission plant is online. Or at least not online, but researched. Okay, I'm thinking engineering is looking pretty good at the moment. I'll probably go into space. I'll increase our spaceport limit. I believe we're still just at 2. Is that correct? Maybe not. I'll build one out here. Oh, okay, cool.
The remains of the Curiosity rover are also located in SA-5. It was the 6th rover sent to Mars, and the most successful one for decades.
Incredible.
The Curiosity rover was an incredible achievement. It was meant to operate for 2 years, but outperformed that by many years. The findings from that mission set the stage for the human exploration era of Mars. If I can recover its black box, I can find out what happened to the rover in its final years.
Okay, I'm looking for uranium. And I think the only supply of it is actually this one down here. So let's go ahead. Gonna need to build probably off this arm and just start building down here. But looks like there's some aluminum. It's carbon, okay. So let's start moving down this way. I might build a few of these worker hubs. Might not be the most efficient way of doing this, but that's kind of what I'm thinking is the best. Alright, so we'll let that get built up right now. I think I'm gonna put a couple solar farms too, just for good measure. Okay, we'll let that get built up, and work our way back to the base.
What defines Mars as a planet versus myself as an entity?
Physicality and recognition, stillness and communication.
We
I didn't know
both
that.
have a physical body. But the difference is I am conscious of my existence, whereas Mars is not.
Oh, oh, oh. Hostile drones inbound. I'm gonna let them get a little bit closer to the base. Go and bring them up there. These ones out here look like they're gonna come for this sector. Or at least that area. Let's send them on an intercept. Okay, so there are the drones. Let's see if they attack. There we go. Cool. Let's bring them up that way. Okay, there's 100 should be engaging that 7. Why aren't they not? Okay. Got 25 left, and it's just those. So we can probably start moving these drones back to their hives. Just gonna accelerate time. Cool.
Consciousness.
Cool. We've researched space 2, the second space. And we got more. We increased our spacebar limit. Comet collision, which is going to release a surge of kinetic energy and most likely raise the temperature. Or ice asteroid. Introduce external water onto Mars.
Means I have more in common with humans than with this planet.
Okay, we're still building that additional landing site. Colonists are migrating to Mars. Once we have this landing site done, we'll send it over to the Hitanga, Lohitanga, and then we'll unlock that other sector.
Importing water will be useful for creating a green planet. While I can melt the permafrost on Mars for water, aerobreaking an ice asteroid for water gives me more options. However, I should proceed carefully. We may be burying important resources or discoveries underwater.
Alright guys, and I think with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day, but we're growing our colony and it's looking like there's some hostile forces out there that, I don't know, might be, might change our mission quite a bit. But I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, please like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for the next episode of Aspera. Alright guys, hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.